Alright, so I think I'm a little bit late with this, but this will be how to fully level up characters, the whole shabam, how to get them to LR, and best way to just level them up, and everything like that. So obviously, your mages go all the way up to LR level 100. As you can see, I have 4 characters that I've worked on so far because realistically, these are the only characters I need until Season 2. PvP, they will take care of it. Gear farming, I'm only farming attack and gold attack right now, so that's all I really care about. But there's other characters I do, and I'm going to demonstrate with Asta here, for example. I already have him with max bond or friendship, and this is the most important thing, because getting your friendship up is what's going to allow you to become UR or LR. The best way to level up is obviously giving them the gifts, but these are limited. You can only get them from so many places. And one of those include towns. I can show in just a second. But the second best way, and the one that's going to be used the most, is Bond Patrol. Go into a world that you've beat the stage at a high enough level that it's the highest amount that you can get. And just put them on and farm. I like doing this one. In any case, in any of the worlds, the one that drops food, because then you can use the food to make more bond food. Those stages will drop you fish and onions, which is what you need for bond food. Or, you know, if you want to get a higher level, you're going to need this, which you can buy from the towns. As you can see, region merchant. But in any case, you want to be cooking the bond food before you actually farm it, and skip ticket would be best. There's not that many places where skip tickets are used in this game, really, so I think popping skip tickets for bond is very, very worth it. So if I go back into here on that same stage, just put on a team with a character that I need to use. So this will show you how much bond you're going to be getting at the top here. Ready up. And I was using it for Austin, right? I just need my team to be above 110. So ideally you'll be popping in the character that also has some level. So let me put it here. I want to get her. And just skip ticket. I'll need to put the food first. Stage info. Put the food. The bond food, never forget. The bond food does work with skip tickets as well. You do need to have 10 at the very least for it to even use, but you can see the left, leveling up your bond XP. And like I said, these are the same materials that you use to cook the exact same food that you are using, so it's a never-ending loop of the extra bond food. In any case, if you run out of tickets, you can just leave it on regular auto, you can leave it on X3, and just leave the phone doing it, right? But skip tickets, if you don't know, you get a bunch of them for free from just regular events, like the DICE event, for example, that's just going on. Events will drop you skip tickets, like there's one right here, one right here. But every single day, if you go in the shop, you can get 10 free from the... Is it General? Yeah, General. You can just get it for free, but you do have to go and claim it. So 10 for free, pretty nice. I, again, do think dropping them here is worth it, because the only true relevant places that you can use skip tickets are here and XP dungeon. Now, leveling up the character, right? You do need XP, but this dungeon is a scam. What do I mean by that? So let's go in with my Blue Boys team here. I'm gonna drop 10. That's not to use my bond food. Turn off. Look at how little XP. This is not the highest stage, but okay, bro, I've never gotten LR before from this stage. This is my first time. On JP, doing the high... This is actually... They are actually scamming me from making my point. On JP, they didn't change the stage from JP to global. Doing the 15th, the highest difficulty, I would go hundreds and hundreds of skip tickets without getting a single UR. Not even LR, UR. Kept getting like seven of these. So yeah, I mean, it's okay to do this, but the best place to get XP, not tickets, the XP is actually from the limited. You can only do it once a day, but it's way better, and you can actually get a decent amount of LRs. And I wouldn't spend too many skip tickets or stamina on that stage. Rather, if you skip ticket the bond, you're gonna level up a little bit, and I would rather use my stamina on gear and then level up my character slowly by just whatever XP you end up getting. Also, you might notice you also need, so let's say I wanna rank up my Asta to UR. These bad boys. There are a few ways where you can get them, generally more through events, but you will be getting these SSR pieces on bond levels. So you can see Asta himself gives 2. You can bond level your other characters if you're in a hurry, but unless you are leveling up a bunch of characters for no reason, because really, in this game, you gotta pace yourself. You're not gonna have enough resources to level up, enhance, level up skills, all of your characters. That's just not how it works. So I would just say, I want to get this character up because it's gonna help me for this. So let's work on it. And if you don't have the materials at the moment, then I guess you can do that, right? So need 4. You're only gonna need 4 per SSR, or if it's an SR/R, you're gonna need those. The best way to get those, like I said, is to level bond or the characters, or buying them in the coin shop. That's gonna be your fastest way to get them. There's no other like fast farm for it. Events will drop, like for example, other limited events like this one has a chance. So every day, yeah, I recommend you doing this event so you can maybe get one. Or for example, the memory hall has also a chance. So when you are doing the memory hall, I do recommend doing the one that drops this if you need, or not. Doing either is good because one of the cards, not this one. What's the world that drops the good card? Huh? Did they not drop right here? This card is so good. If you get dupes for it, it's like super unlikely. The drop rates for both the SSR mage piece and this card right here are so low. You might never get this, ever. But I've got SSR pieces from these stages before. I never got the card though. This card is amazing. If you want to farm for it as well, that's good. But I think going for the SSR has a much higher chance. I don't know because it's not shown. Right? My guess is that it's higher rate. So I would recommend going for that instead. And of course on the coin shop, you can, not here, buy it here for 3 SR. That is pretty good. I'm actually going to buy it. I don't need it. But this is pretty good. You can buy once a month. You can buy 4. Isn't there one that's also like a little more expensive? Yeah, 5. This one you can buy every month as well. I do think it's worth it if you need it. But unless you're in a rush, you can just wait and get more just by playing the game. So let's say I want to get my Asta to... I need to level him up. LR right here. Boom. I had all the XP pots pre-farmed. Promote. LR. It's simple in a way, but there is a grind to it. And there's no reason for you to be frustrated about not being able to level up all of your characters at once. Focus on the ones that seem more important right now. If you want to really know what characters to go for, I have videos on the tier list and what characters to prioritize as well. Like, Rads will help you a lot more than Jack, a lot more. So you do need to make sure that you are actually choosing to go for the characters that need the most attention at the current moment. So, in terms of the other stuff, like talents, again, it's very simple. Just farm the stage that it drops. I wasn't even gonna talk about other stuff other than leveling up, but it's worth it. There's gonna be limited stages that drop the talents resource, always make sure you do those. Like, limited stages are something that you should do every single day. Every single limited stage is worth it. The drop rates are so much higher than regular, it is always worth it. Unless there is a limited stage that dropped on JP after I stopped playing, that isn't, but as far as I know, it's always worth it. Talents are going to farm from here. I would say that talents are a priority after gear. So, like I've been talking about, you want to make your mono teams to farm gear and then farm talents. And those are important to farm. I would say that I would prioritize getting a LAR gear first. But if you want to get those talents, those 2 talents before, that's also pretty okay. Like, for example, wrong thing. On talents, you might notice that you have the middle one. Never use black crystals, it's so expensive. Like, yeah, 3,600. You need to unlock all of these, and then in the middle, you can put a bigger one. I haven't worked on that yet because I'm, again, prioritizing gear. But it is good. It is something that, again, you're going to eventually have a lot of these materials. So right now, it might seem like, oh my god, it's so pay to win because you can use crystals. These materials are very not hard to have, especially with the limited stages. Now, in terms of skills, the best way to get the material to upgrade skills is the Hall of Illusions. You're going to beat it as much as you can until you get stuck. This will give you a lot. This is a very limited resource. Only upgrade the skills you know you need and that are good, and for characters that you know you're going to use. Like, for example, like you saw my Lotus here. I have 5. I'm not upgrading combined attack because it's not worth it for me. But then you look at William. Like, I only upgraded like this, and I'm not going to upgrade anymore because I know I'm not going to use William anymore in a little bit after some banners, right? I'm going prioritizing the characters first that I know have longevity, like Mars. This is such a limited resource. If you want to upgrade only even one character and then wait for Noel, which is a character that's like still meta on JP, then, you know, do that. There's not much of a need to rush either. Extremely limited resource. It is very time gated as well. Extremely time gated. The Hall of Illusions is like the best place to get it, and from the regions. So on the regions, you're gonna notice regions are very important as well to farm. You're gonna farm these with the bond. So you farm the bond, you farm the world reputation. After you're done with max world reputation, I would move on to the next town. But as you can see, after you level up the world reputation, you're gonna unlock the skill upgrade materials to the shop right there. So when you go to the shop, boom, go to the region shop, you can buy these with the materials that you're going to be getting from farming bond. So it all comes in together, right? You're going to be farming bond to get your mages up. I don't know why you didn't take me to the shop right away. You're going to be farming bond to get the mages up. Then you're going to get the currency to be able to buy the skill page, or not skill page, the skill upgrade materials from here. So this is the town 1 shop. All the towns can do this. Like, for example, I already bought. Where is it? Yeah, I already bought the level 1 shards, and I've been buying. As you can see, 4 out of 10 left. I've been buying this one as well. So the shop, this shop specifically, you can only buy 5 of these a month. Ooh. And the is it Hall? Yes, Hall of Illusions is the best place to get those skill materials, and that's about it. Everything else that everywhere else that you're gonna be getting these is limited events. Like, again, the dice. This dice event is actually really good. Don't forget to like do all the missions, because if you get lucky, you keep getting the level 1s, which are very important. You're gonna need a lot of those, and that will help out a ton. Also, another limited event that's not on global right now, but will be coming out soon, is the world boss. And then you're gonna be seeing a like right here, there is an exchange center for the arena. There's gonna be one for the world boss, And also in there will be skill upgrade materials. And last for characters is dupes, right? Obviously dupes you get by pulling the character multiple times, but you might have noticed there are the extra that you get from missions. These generous SR dupes are super important. I would only put these on non-generous SR pool characters. Like I would not put these in like Mars or Lotus because you're going to be pulling these characters randomly. I would rather save these for seasonals that you're not going to max, or on festivals like Julius. And the best way to get them, for one, is Mage's Path. You get 3 of them, 1 from Intermediate and 2 from Advanced. It's going to take a little while because there's a bunch of missions, but it's not really that hard. So you're going to be getting 3 from these. And the other place is the world boss that I talked about that is on global yet, but it will be coming out soon. Will be an exchange. The first one we got on JP, we could get 2 of them. We're going to have to see what they do for global. But these, I don't know at the current moment for JP how many they've been giving out. But my best suggestion would be always, always, always be careful with these, because these are a very, very limited resource. And you don't want to just be giving these to random characters, for sure. The top 3 characters from top of my head right now that I would consider actually giving these is 1, Noelle, because Noelle at max dupes is a monster and still meta on JP like months and months, months and months ahead of global. So many months ahead of global, and she's still meta at max dupes. Only in max dupes because she gets a star return shield. Julius gets a crazy revive in max dupes, so also needed. And the Black Acid's about to come out. He's like a super paywalled character, so when you pull him, you're gonna want to dupe him out instead of pulling for more. So any other characters aside from seasonals, I would not recommend wasting this resource on. You do whatever you want, I'm not your dad, but I would personally not be giving it to like Jack or Rods. It's just not worth it. Such a limited resource. So good luck, and that's about it. If you want to know about gear, I have a full guide for that, and it's on my channel or the top right of this video.